Many players who appeared in Barcelona were labeled as the new Messi, and often this comparison did not live up to expectations. But Lamine Yamal is a guy you just have to keep an eye on, and in today's video we'll tell you why. Before we get started, we ask you to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're watching us without a subscription. That will be very appreciated. Thank you. And now to the video. Lamine Yamal was born in Catalonia and has spent his entire life in this region, but his roots are African. His mother is from Equatorial Guinea and his father is Moroccan. On Saturday of May 29, Lamine replaced Gavi in the game against Betis and became the youngest footballer in the history of La Liga. It's great to see experienced veterans giving way to young talent. At that time, Lamine was 15 years and 219 days old. Fatih and Gavi were 16 at the time of their debuts, and Leo Messi was even older, he was 17. History has rewritten itself before our eyes once again. The youngster's debut was greeted with a standing ovation at Camp Nou, and the team at the next training session congratulated Yamal with the usual corridor for such occasions. Traditions are traditions. Lamine Yamal did very well. I told him to try things and he's done so. At 15 years old, imagine, he was almost able to score. He is a special player. He has self-confidence. He can be important. And you realize it in training. Xavi commented on his debut. For those who haven't had time to count yet, here's some information. Lamine was born in 2007. He is the same age as the first iPhone and Rihanna's song Umbrella. How old have they become? But that's not the main thing anyway. Yamal, unlike many other young players, did not have an exciting journey to the Barca's academy. He was spotted at the age of 4 and when he was 5 he joined the Blaugrana. There he made it all the way up to the first team. The community of fans and Barcelona expats agree that Lamine is the most exciting prospect in the academy. In fact, the coaches at La Masia were of the same opinion when they recommended Xavi take the boy to work with the first team. It happened at the start of the season. Lamine impressed the coach so much that, despite his young age, Xavi continued to involve him in working with the first team, and now the boy deserved his debut. It is highly likely that Yamal will continue to be involved in the first team training. This was confirmed by Barca's director of football, Mateo Alemany. Lamine Yamal will have the chance to work with the first team. It's an opportunity to improve and develop faster. He deserves to be with the senior team as he has natural, incredible talent. We expect Lamine to keep working and being humble, Alemany said. By the way, Barcelona took a big risk by giving Lamine his debut at this age. After all players under the age of 16 in Spain are not allowed to sign contracts and can leave the club if they want to without any consequences. And after Yamal made his debut, the number of top clubs wanting to steal him will definitely increase, especially since Barca's financial situation does not allow them to compete in terms of salaries. However, the club is well aware of this and is already preparing a contract for Lamine. They believe that it won't be difficult to convince him to sign the deal with the Blaugrana, given that the guy has spent his entire life in Catalonia and there is no point in changing anything at such a young age. After his debut, Lamine published a post on Instagram where he was congratulated even by some football stars, in particular Marcus Rashford and Patrick Kluivert. The comment from Arsenal's Ethan Nwaneri is also noteworthy. The fact is that Nwaneri and Yamal are the only players from the top 5 leagues who made their debut at the age of 15 this season. Now, we move on to the sweetest part. So why is Lamine considered the #1 talent in La Masia? Let's find out. In general, the guy has been compared to Leo Messi both for his style of play and his position on the pitch. Lamine is left-footed and most often plays on the right wing, although he's capable of playing as a centre-forward, attacking midfielder or left winger. But lately, Yamal has grown quite a bit, which of course is normal for his age. In various sources, you can find information that his height is 165 centimeters, but this is no longer relevant. At least from this photo where Lamine is coming on as a substitute, we can say that he is about the same height as Gavi. That is, he's about 173, and this figure is likely to increase over the next 2 years. So, comparing the guy to Messi might not be the best idea. If you wanna look up to former Barcelona players, Ronaldinho and Thierry Henry are much better options to compare the boy with. Among other top wingers, Mohamed Salah would be a good reference. Lamin's main strength is his dribbling. He amazed with his ability to beat opponents 1v1 from the very beginning, and now this skill is still there. At La Masia, he's considered the academy's best dribbler by a long shot. The guy is also praised for his finishing and his advanced vision of the pitch. That means he's a threat because of his unpredictability. It's hard to say whether he's going to dribble or make a pass. For a 15 years old, this is a great set of skills, which nevertheless needs to be developed. He is always asking questions. He has a very good predisposition to evolve. You have to treat him calmly and not rush him. This is how Yamal was described by Juvenil A coach Oscar Lopez. From these words, we can conclude that the guy's mentality is fine as well. By the way, Lamine is also the record holder of Barca's youth team. He became the youngest ever goal scorer for this team, breaking Ansu Fati's record. Speaking about weaknesses, Yamal needs to work on his physical strength. Right now he's quite thin and will have few chances against mature players. But this should be fixed with time, after all he is still 15. Let's analyze Lamin's debut in the game against Betis. Although he had only about 10 minutes on the bench, he didn't waste his time and managed to prove himself perfectly. Firstly, he once took the ball away in an opponent's penalty area and almost scored a goal on his debut. That would have been a story. Secondly, we know 2 wonderful passes into the penalty area. Especially we appreciate this pass to Dembele, and it's a pity the Frenchman ruined the episode. By the way, here's an interesting fact. In the Barcelona vs Betis match, both the youngest player of the season and the oldest player, the youngest, of course, was Yamal, and the oldest was Betis veteran Joaquin Sanchez. It's a pity they didn't cross paths on the pitch, as Joaquin was forced to leave the game due to injury before Lamine came on as a substitute. In addition, Yamal came in at number 41, and this is Joaquin's age. Lamine Yamal is not afraid at 15 years old. He has that talent in the final third that is so extremely difficult to find. He combines well. He's smart. He's a player with a lot of potential. Lamine doesn't seem like a 15-year-old boy. He's very mature. He's ready to play. He can mark an error at this club as part of the team. Xavi was completely satisfied with the youngster's debut after the game. The main risk now is that the guy may be harmed by the huge pressure of expectations. Many players could not stand the stigma of the new mesye and failed to fulfill their potential. Just think of Bojan Krkic, who recently retired at the age of 32. Obviously, the club is aware of this and should have learned over the years how to help young players in such situations. At the very least, Yamal has the support of his teammates. Everyone will help Lamine Yamal, Rafinha said after the game versus Betis, and we hope that it will be so. Friends, write in the comments whether you watched Yamal's game and what potential you think he has. Can he become an important player for Barca and create a new era in the club's history? And as always, we invite you to watch our other videos that you can see on your screens right now. Bye.